Hello, valued viewers. We have a treat especial for you. So, I did that sort of walk around tour of Portland Marina. Well, Boatfolk were like, hang on a minute. We've got a marina over in Weymouth as well, so why don't you get your backside over there and do us a video over there and all. So, basically, that's what I did. So, in true bumbling fashion, though, I'm going to actually start off by showing you me leaving. Because, it's me, innit? So, here we go. Rito. So, I actually had to have a little bit of a think about this because I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the cleat in the middle of the finger is further forward than the midship cleat on the boat. Therefore, if I was going to use my normal little trick of just having the breast line on and having it recoverable from the cockpit, it would have actually pulled the boat forwards and into the pontoon, which is behind where the camera is. So I must use a different method, and what I decided to do was to set a spring line up off the midship cleat on the boat down to the furthest away cleat on the finger, and then work into that sort of spring line, take the other lines off, and hopefully Bob's your uncle. So what I'm doing now is just clicking it into a head, so all the thrust is coming off the left hand side as you're looking at it there, because I've got the rudder over to the right hand side as you're looking at it. Just pin the rudder there, and that keeps the stern in, and the breast line is keeping the bow in and preventing us from going. The forward spring is keeping everything else in shape. So I'm just standing with the boat for a minute, making sure everything's settled and it's doing what I was planning on it doing. There's not actually any tension on the bow line here, so I'm going to go and recover that and throw it on the boat haphazardly, I believe. So now basically I just have that one forward spring holding the boat on. And a nice gentleman said he'd help me get off the dock, so that's what I'm going to ask for in a second.
Yeah, if you don't mind letting go of our spring line, don't mind.
Alright, nearly ready.
Yeah. I'll come on next week and so. Yeah, if you just throw it into the cockpit, I'll sort it all out later. Just let me take the pressure off it a second. Yeah. Well, when you're ready, please. There you go. Thank you very much.
And away we slip, all graceful and everything. I didn't need to spring the stern out as such before I got the spring line off, because my prop walks that way anyway, and I didn't want to get too close to Gaelic kin, because that's someone's boat who I know, and I definitely don't want to put scratches on it. So everything's going to plan thus far, which is a nice change, taking the boat all the way out until we get to close to the thing. I probably moved the rudder over a little bit too early there, but so now I'm giving a good blast of a head to arrest the sternway and start kicking the stern around and pointing where I want to go, which is out. Et voila, we're on our way. All looked pretty graceful in the end, didn't it? If only we could do that every time. Alright, now that that bit's done, I'm going to put that me drivey bit in one of these corners somewhere, and we'll carry on with the other stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the relationship between Weymouth and Portland. This is the Isle of Portland down here, which hangs down into the English Channel. This is Lyme Bay, and this is Weymouth Bay, or something else it's called. As we zoom in, you'll see that this is Portland Harbour, and Portland Marina is just here. So what we do is we exit Portland Marina. South Ship Channel isn't in use. East Ship Channel is mainly commercial. You can use it if you radio them up. North Ship Channel is for generally pleasure use. And all you've got to do is just come along here, doodaloo, and into the entrance of the River Wey, I assume. Yeah. Unfortunately, there isn't much detail in here, but this is the entrance, and then you got a little basin here where there's some council moorings, I believe, and the lifeboat station. And then along here is the bridge that we will go under, and then in these are council moorings, and then Boatfolk Weymouth is all the way in here. Okay, so here's actually a fun little map from the Boatfolk Weymouth website. So that's the way that you'll come in there, where you can see my little pointy thing, and there you may have to stand off in this area, or there are pontoons for the bridge. You'll come round and the marina's down the bottom there, and that is how close you are to the beach, which is a fantastic beach. And this is the marina map that you can see here. So you'll come in where my arrow is there, and there's actually somebody stood on the end of Charlie there to let you know where to go. I was all the way along here in Delta 12, possibly, probably. And that's where the office is and the walkway, all of which I will show you. So here is the office. The spiral staircase goes up to toilets and self-contained shower little unit things, which are bloody awesome, and they have like overhead rainfall shower doodads. They are absolutely mega. And then down the walkway, I shall speed this up because I walk like a sloth, through the security gate, down the walkway, and then there's this cool little sort of seating area with a memorial bench type thing and some information and yada yada. Then we have the bin store with all the appropriate recycling stuff and all the rest of it. And then one of my favourite little bits is this little area here off to the right of the pontoon, which has a barbecue and yep, no, look the other way. Look the other way. Yeah, that's the one. Barbecue and seating area, and you can hire this area out, or every Friday the berth holders get together and have a drink and a barbecue and stuff like that. Bike storage. That's one thing actually. When I arrived, there was like a pig roast thing going on, free for the berth holders. We all just went and had pig butties. It's there's always something happening. More bins and stuff. I shall speed this bit along. I'm just going along showing you there are sluices under there, which I will show you in a moment. When they're running, there's some things to watch out for. Yeah, just giving you a general plan of the layout. There's this main walkway along the bottom, and then 3 or 4 walkways that go up off it with berths to either side. This is coming up to the visitors area, mainly on the left hand side, with some finger berths and some alongside berths. That there is Paul's boat, and hiding behind it, oh, the Genie Stewart. Yeah, the sluices. When it's been raining, they can be quite ferocious. So it's definitely something to watch out for. I'm sure if you contact the marina staff, they'll tell you if they're open or not, and maybe direct you to a different berth. They do create eddies around the back of the boats. There is a lot of current there, so it's definitely something to watch out for. As I say, contact the marina staff. Everybody is super helpful. Yeah, and that about concludes it for the actual marina section. But one of the huge draws of the place isn't just the marina itself; it's the surrounding area. I was there. I went in for a night or two to do a video and do a bit of sailing, but it's the area. I was there for a week. There's huge amounts of history here. The Dunkirk little ships, a lot of them set off from here. That's why the film Dunkirk was actually filmed here. The one with Harry What's-His-Face and all the rest of it. Huge amounts of pubs and restaurants. There's a lovely seafood place over there on the right. I hate seafood. This is the bridge that you have to go under. The waiting pontoons are just behind, yeah, behind there. And over the road is the King's Arms. next to it is an awesome fish and chip restaurant, where you can just sit there on those benches, look out over the ships coming and going. Oh, it's just, honestly, the town is amazing. It's a real Dorset gem, I reckon. In fact, that's where Labradors were invented. That is not, in fact, where Labradors were invented. That is what you call nonsense. But I think it was one of the first places they came to in the UK, or something like that. Not on their own. I think somebody brought them. They didn't just do a big swim or anything. Yeah, so the area is fantastic. The marina is fantastic, as with all Boatfolk Marinas. Well, the two that I've experienced, I've never had a negative experience with any of the staff. They're all fantastic. So yeah, but alas, it was time to leave. I'm doing really well with the shadows here, aren't I? Yeah, so let's have a look at the bridge opening and we'll go and do some sailing. So we're standing off the bridge here, waiting to go outbound. If you get there, I think the changes depending on time of year. You can hear the bells ringing. But if you get there in sight of the bridge 10 minutes before, I think it is, monitor channel 12, they'll tell you whether inbound or outbound traffic has priority. I've only ever seen it where outbound traffic has priority and goes through first, but it must change, otherwise they wouldn't have it in place. We'll see that there are traffic lights that illuminate. You can just see them, I think, red. And at any moment the bridge shall begin to lift. I said any moment the bridge shall begin to lift. Is that it? Yeah, like I said. it was never in doubt. Pretty cool, isn't it? I'm not sure the drivers who were just approaching the bridge as the lights came on. I'm not sure they think it's pretty cool. They're probably sick of seeing it, trying to get to work every day. Yeah, during summer I think the bridge opens every 2 hours during daylight, quite possibly. But all this is viewable on the marina website. I think it is information about it. Have the lights changed? I can't see on my screen. There we go. This is where all the motorboats that have been waiting behind me want to overtake me and stuff, which they actually do after we get out of the past the bridge. I just keep over to the right and let them go past, stay out of the way. I'm only slow with my little two-blade folded proppy thing. This is actually the first time I've ever been under a bridge on my own anyway. Obviously I went under it on the way in, but Dan was with me. It's just so cool. As we come out you'll see the King's Arms and the Chippy on the right, and then the bars and the pubs and the seafood place on the left. The waiting pontoons are just on the right there, so that motorboat, the big one, is sat there waiting to go through the bridge. On the right there are the ribs that you can hire to go and blast along the coast and stuff. Et voila! We're heading out. Alrighty then. Yeah, so I'm sort of weighing up my options here. There isn't much wind, and I haven't sort of pre-loaded the main. I'm having some trouble with the mast track, so I just thought, well, I'll get the headsail up, and then I will get as close to the wind as I can and raise the main. That didn't happen as planned. I just got the headsail up and then faffed around with the main for ages. So here we go. First sail up. Bada bing, bada boo. It's all creasy and dirty. I'll get them clean at some point.
Oof. I got the main up. I'm just hove to at the minute, kind of. There's not really a lot of wind, but it's nice to just be out at last. I was going to say, I had a lot of faff getting the main up. I made it look hard work. I'm just going to let that sheet off a little bit. Oh, yeah. Hove 2. Not really enough wind for it, but yeah. That's Weymouth Beach all the way over there. That's the end of Weymouth Beach. Something place. I was going to go along the coast, but it's all upwind. I need to be back by 1 PM. I'm knackered. I need to get fitter. Getting that main up was a faff. Yeah, having fun. Don't know what to show you next. It's just me and water, innit? We're back in a bit. Yes, hello. It's a little tiny bit of swell, but what's that doing is, because there's not a lot of wind, as I'm rolling over the swell, it's sort of knocking the wind out of the sails. I've also got a problem with my reefing line. I pointed out on the edit, but you can see above it I've got good luff tension, and below it no luff tension, and I can't get the halyard up anymore. So I think what's happened is that reefing line there is bound up somewhere and preventing me from getting tension on the luff of the lower part of the sail. Therefore the main is not doing anything down low. I can't get a decent shape on it, so what I am going to do is head back into the harbour area through the east ships, which I think I can make. Yeah. Get inside where there's no swell, and then dart up and down there and faff around where I've got enough. Oh, and now the wind picks up and fills in the sails. But we'll head that way. I'll have the same wind in there, but none of the swell, so it'll be nice and bonny, hopefully. It's not bad, is it? Yeah. Ahoy there. Just coming in through the east ship's entrance. I'm terrible at filming this because there's a lot going on. It's a busy day and I'm not faffing around with a camera when I'm trying to safely navigate things. Plus I'm no good at this YouTube stuff. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. The wind's picked up now, that's a bonus. We're cruising in. One thing I have noticed is I need to move the radio or make sure I've got my handheld with me, because it's an absolute faff trying to call people up on the radio. Anyway. That's probably a terrible angle. I just realised that the tiller moves when I move it. She sails so nice, it's effortless. She just glides through the water. It's bloody gorgeous, it is. The sun's right behind my bonds, so you can probably not see me. I think I've got too much sail out. It's mad, isn't it? There's no wind whatsoever 10 minutes ago. Hey, well, I might heave to for a little bit and assess. So what I have done instead is I've put the wind aft of the beam, if you can see the hawk up there possibly. So now the faster I go, the slower the wind is, which is a whole lot of calmer scenario indeed. Mainly because I heard everything start falling over downstairs. Oh, I was woefully underprepared this morning. It was just a sort of, I put it in my head that I was definitely getting the 10 o'clock bridge, because I've got stuff to do. And then I set my alarm for 6, got up at 6, lasted till about 1:30, fell back asleep, then got up at 8, and I'm like, right, 2 hours, shower, shit shower and a shave, but I didn't shave, and get everything going, and didn't pack it up well enough, I'll be honest with you. But c'est la vie. Just keeping that wind abaft of the beam. Look at me using words and stuff. The thing with Portland Harbour is that you do get a lot of dinghy sailors and, you know, people from the little sailing academy and stuff learning how to sail, and racing and stuff like that, which is great. More people on the water the better. It's just you've really got to keep an eye on everybody and figure out who's got right of way and all the rest of it. None of this gross tonnage nonsense. So you've got to figure out what tack they're on, whether they're upwind or downwind, and yada yada, windward and blah de blah and yada yada. So it's keeping your head on a swivel, really. I think I'm going to go further up here and then I will jibe, head off up the top, then I'll tack, just to sort of keep doing it and getting my head around it and stuff like that and getting used to the boat, which is what it's all about now. Yeah, I'll see you shortly. Yeah, this ain't the best place for this. I've done a few tacks and faffing around, but honestly the place is absolutely heaving. So obviously once I'm tacking, I'm busy, I'm doing stuff, I don't know where I'm going or anything until I get back on a course and on the tack, by which time there's 14 frigging windsurfers around me and 36 dinghies and all the rest of it, and I'm just shouting starboard at everybody even though I'm on a port tack. I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm going to concentrate on getting the boat back, try and film me dropping the sails, but yeah, stressful, eh? Busy. Ah, hello there. I've hove to a minute just to give myself some time to breathe, to have a drink, definitely not to roll a fag or anything. I just thought I'd just show you around. So over there is North Ship's entrance, and you've got all these dudes here, and in behind them somewhere is East Ship's entrance. All these people, all these people, all these people, all these people. And then there's another bunch over there. Yeah, so we are hove to at the minute. I'm going to use this time to set some cameras up, then you can see what I'm actually doing. I'm aware that I haven't done much filming, but I am busy trying to sail a boat and I do lack experience, so probably better I concentrate a little bit. But at the minute, yeah, we just rock solid to sit here all day. Wind's coming from behind me, so all we're heading towards is that area over there. There are some shallow bits over there, so we don't want to go too far. But yeah, gonna have a little minute. Beautiful, isn't it? It's about 16, 17 degrees, something like that. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Bit of a change of plan. I was hove to and I thought, I wonder if you can fill your headsail while you're hove to. And it turns out you can, and it's really easy. You just sort of furl in the slack, then let go of the sheets, and then furl in the rest. So, proper job. I promise the videos will actually be videos of me doing things at some point. I just have these ideas and then just do them. This day is more of a get used to the boat day for me than a do a YouTube day. Yeah, so I've just got the main up now. I'll head back over to the marina over there, which is that way, obviously, where I pointed the camera, and then drop the main and go and do a parking. Yeah. Alas, that is all the footage I have because I'm an idiot and forgot to put the cameras on.
I just start doing things and then forget that I have to do this as well. But basically, I got back in and I've been having this weird issue where the boat wouldn't go click into gear. And as I was coming in, it sort of happened again, and I was a bit sort of, I'm not sure about this. So I just thought, where's easy and empty? And you've seen that I went down to Mashford's with Moonfleet, so his massive berth is empty, so I just went and parked there, basically. I've since had a look and sorted that out. But yeah, basically, that's that. Weymouth Marina, bloody awesome place. The town itself is awesome. There were loads of things that I wrote down to. In fact, I've got a list to tell you about and forgot it all. I've not even shown you the footage of me getting there for a start with Dan, but I'll chuck that on something somewhere one day. But I've been out sailing on the boat is the important thing. Yeah, she's fantastic. I need to get my routines of doing things sort of nailed down, the best way of doing it. So although I can hoist the main from the cockpit, it's actually easier to go up to the mast and do it because of the mast track and stuff. That's all jobs to work on, but I don't know if you can hear it, it's absolutely blowing a hula. Well, it's not blowing a hula, it's only about 20 or 30 knots, something like that. But it's pouring down with rain and all the rest of it. So today was editing. It has taken me, I bet, 10 hours to edit this video, just because there's so many different cameras and camera angles and this and that and all the rest of it, and narrating and yada yada yada. Basically, boo-hoo, woe is me. Yeah, but it's done now, so I shall leave it as that, and it's already at least 32 minutes long, which is ridiculous. If you've made it this far, you can have a gold star. Maybe silver, we're on a budget here, but you can have some kind of star. Yeah, that is gonna be that. That didn't turn off.